Like, you're in first person, Alex.
But it's about the other person.
Like, I understand Fortnite because you're in third person, but first person, Alex, like, you don't even see. Like,
And
your
plus,
skin.
like, her little gadget thingy, it changes too.
Oh
So
my
you're like, oh.
god. Alex, stop.
Like, I was gonna get the Mira, but, like, I don't really use her anymore. Oh.
You start using her more. Is Mira attack hero?
Hmm. She's defending.
Oh my god, hang on, I have to sneeze.
Oh, and hold up. What the fuck?
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
That was a shotgun.
Me? I'm alright. I
No,
got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
No, it wasn't. Oh.
Oh god, my sneeze didn't come out, bro. What is like in my nose?
What was I gonna say?
I don't even know.
Oh. Somebody already got the cam?
Oh god, that shit was fast.
Okay. When I first joined the party, I think it was... I want to say Julia?
So like, they're part of the group now? Like, they just joined normally?
No, it was just a...
No?
I think a one-time thing. They were just like...
Okay.
letting you play on the world or something.
Don't blink.
They said... Oh! That quote. Who was this person that joined? Or like, who joined now? They sound...
Oh, no.
Well, first off, they called me it. At first.
It?
It. Like, they didn't know my gender. Like, they didn't know if it was a fucking 12-year-old boy or a girl.
Okay, that's toxic.
Toxic, I know. There's an objective in the back. Sheesh.
Nice.
Um,
Wait, I downed him, but I didn't get my kill. Why? Damn. Anyways.
I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I don't know if they were doing it to try to get me. Or like, what?
I don't
Cause
know.
I don't know.
You sound like a girl. They're just...
Like, they complimented my voice. Said I sound innocent and beautiful. But like,
Yeah, you see?
the
So you're
fact that they
chilling.
called me it. Or
I
Julia
mean, they don't
called
want to
me it.
assume. They don't want to assume.
I mean, like, she knew I was a girl, but Julia was just being a fucking dickhead. And called me it.
But then they called you beautiful. Your beautiful voice.
That doesn't make up for the fact that they just objectified me. Like, what is that?
No. You don't sound like a it. You sound like a her.
What does an it even sound like?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Oh no, bitches ain't shit. Remember that.
Yes, I swear. Oh, look, Chaka.
Don't blink. Life goes on. By royal decree.
Keep the drone.
Mm-hmm. What the fuck is that? Turtle? What is that?
It's a body.
Is that man dead?
Why is the cam always
Why
down?
is it?
Do they shoot it?
No. It's in the
Or
same
maybe
objective?
Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's a good one.
Big noggin.
No, it's an objective. Hey, bro. What is that?
I'm scared to peek this.
They don't peek it. Actually,
Oh, peek it.
Gotta pick it.
I think Siege is like my favorite game.
I love playing this game sometimes.
Did you get that kid? The one
Yeah,
that was right
I
here?
got the smoke. Got smoke. I'm going in. Fuck no.
Oh, there's another one right here, Alex. Damn!
Move, teammate!
Move it!
Life
Oh!
goes on.
What the fuck? No way, we sell this, right? Okay.
I'm sorry, teammate.
Teabag him.
I shot the teammate on accident. I feel bad.
My nice.
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
Who play?
The word on the street is he loves sketching. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape.
Guess so.
The views and scenery here are pretty good. Sketches everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first. Sacred name. Fortune preserve.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my sketch. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly trails unfinished.
What's up with sketching hilly churros? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my sketch, it may give you a clue.
Wow, look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly trails anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct? Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously. Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa. You want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world, helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
I'm going in!
Off we go! Adventure time!
Life goes on.
To ashes! Back at ya!
Inca, hey!
Humna.
Humna.
Okay.
Well, I'm making hit it for free.
Nope.
What keeps you warm?
Nope.
What keeps me warm?
No, like in this, like there's like a new thing now that they added a whole new part of the map, right? And it's a mountain.
Yeah.
It's like a
I saw
stone
that
mountain.
Genshin was free. Was it always free?
It's always been free. Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it like certain people pre-ordered it or something.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my
Look at
god.
Lizzie.
Oh.
Oh my. Okay, I'm just fucking.
He's cracked.
Huh?
Where the fuck do I put this
I think
cam?
that is something.
I see John.
Help me with.
Yes, right here. I can't reinforce? Oh, there you go. Want spawn pink? Oh no.
Can I put it up? Oh, yes.
I hear John.
Man, come on.
Oh. I'm scared. Oh my god.
Protect me, Matthew.
Oh my god, Alex.
You guys good?
Shooting him? Got him?
Oh no, I'm burning. Oh, there's motherfucker at the end of the stairs.
Incoming.
Over there. You got the stairs, right?
Yeah, I got one stairs.
There's someone coming up from here.
It's just me and you, Alex.
Oh hell no.
One stairs. Oh, we're dead.
Yeah, fuck that. What were they? Oh, this. Why was this open for?
Paimon has a question.
Ooh,
After
okay.
the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know, but I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person. How you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature. Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you. Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey! How would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in the research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
Slimes! Slimes are fine.
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Nowhere to hide.
Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Everybody stand back! Huh? Incoming! Nowhere to hide. Take this! To ashes!
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, We'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign. Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Here, should do for catalyst purposes.
Nowhere to hide. Don't flip. Speed up.
This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way. This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes. Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that she did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world. Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What's happened to her?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. Perhaps it's just scholarly self-assurance, and it certainly speeds things up. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety. The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same, they can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an eye of the storm. Have I explained it clearly enough? To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.